got a couple hot takes for you guys. I love a good hot take. And the first one being, and this was discussed, we'll kind of get there, a hole-in-one on a par 3 course. Counts. Is that a hole-in-one? Does it count in your record of hole-in-ones? Like, I have 3 hole-in-ones. Like me, I personally have 1 hole-in-one. It was on a standard 18-hole golf course. It was not in one of these potentially hot take categories. Rich, where are you at on that? A hole-in-one on a par 3 course.
Well, I can see both sides of it. One, if I hit a hole on a par 3, I'm going nuts. I'm going up. I'm buying everybody around because it's par 3 courses. Probably like nobody there.
Yeah, there's like 3 guys in the lobby,
right?
And like you get the drinks out of the fridge, like they're sealed.
I'm going and pulling 4 Gatorades out for everybody.
You get a Gatorade.
Like,
you get a Gatorade.
Yeah. But that being said, if you're making, so that's the one side of the coin. The other side of the coin, if you get a hole-in-one on a putt-putt course, does that count?
Absolutely not.
That's different. That's completely different, though.
Usually an iron.
All right.
Well, can I give my take real quick?
Please, Josh, before we roll the official answer.
So this kind of reminds me of, I'm going to bring it back to bowling just for a second. Just for a second.
Go on.
That's like shooting a 300 not in a sanctioned league. So most of your leagues, more like 95% of your leagues is sanctioned by USBC, which is United States Bowling Congress. Your records all get written down and it gets put in like this record book of all your 300s and all
it's
your
probably
honor
like
scores.
paper and pen too, isn't it? Like the record book.
Yeah.
It's old school. It's like a ledger.
But people say if you shoot one, like shoot a 300, outside of that, it doesn't count.
Yeah, like if you're doing like cosmic bowling on like a Friday night,
you just whack a 300.
That's why I don't log mine, because it was during cosmic bowling.
I count all mine. Like no matter what, I shoot a 300. I'm counting as 300.
Fair.
I'm with you, Josh. I'm totally with you. Like in all reality, I don't care when I hit a 3. Like there's so many times I'll rip off the tee and then I don't like that tee shot, so I just drop another ball and I hit again. If I'm on Ian on a 3 and a regular 18 course, if I hit it with my second ball and it's a hole-in-one, it's a hole-in-one.
You can't. No, that's not it.
I'll hit 5 balls in a row. If I hit it in the hole in one shot, it counts for me.
All right. Well, our guy, Roger Steele, presented this question to the one and only Ken Griffey Jr. at the Masters. This was a CBS broadcast. It's all over the internet now. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ken Griffey Jr.'s take on the situation, which is also known as the correct take.
Par 3 hole-in-ones don't count. They got an asterisk behind it.
Yes.
Can we talk about this for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Not to invalidate you or disrespect you, sir. I'm a huge fan, but why don't they count?
Do my home runs count in the home run derby?
Ooh.
I see what you're trying to do here. Okay, so look, when you go play a par 3 course, you are playing a round of golf.
And I step into the batter's box.
These comebacks.
I see what you're trying to do. I see where you're going with this.
There's a pitcher.
I see where you're going
There's
with
some fielders.
I see where you're going with this. But that is an exhibition. I believe that when you step onto a par 3 course.
That's an exhibition?
No. There are designated holes, and just like an actual game, there are innings, there's structure to how you play.
So
It's not
putt
just
counts in that too?
You said what?
Oh.
No, because you don't call it a putt-putt golf course. It's a putt-putt course. The word golf is eliminated from putt-putt.
No. They call it golf course.
Yeah, they do. Putt-putt course, putt-putt golf course.
You don't.
You're just pulling things out of thin air right now.
You don't get the ball. You don't get the ball into the air.
Some people do. On a
Some people do.
That's a good point.
Relentless.
All right. Where are we at on that? Agree, disagree?
I disagree. Just because I'm not, my level of golf isn't. If I was like you guys, were
thank you,
pretty above the average golfer, and then I'll be like maybe, but.
You don't want to narrow your window.
Slightly above the average golfer.
I'll take that.
That's totally fair, though. Like, if Tiger's playing a par 3 course and hits a hole-in-one, I think that definitely gets an asterisk. If I hit it, I don't care. That counts.
Here's my take. If you get a hole-in-one on a par 3, it counts. And also the par 3 courses I play, there's a couple par 4s. So does that really count? Because somebody actually told me the other day, because I told him I want a double eagle in real life. And he's like, why? I'm like, I've gotten 2 on simulators. He's like, those count. I'm like, no, they really don't.
That's to
doesn't
me,
count.
that's where I feel like it's like if someone were to ask me like how many hole-in-ones you have, whatever, I would say like I've got one real one, I've got X on simulators and X on par 3 course. Like I feel like they just come with like a little explanation caveat. Like it's not that you don't mention them.
Two real hole-in-ones. My third one don't count because I was in the Junior League Cup, which is like the size of this.
That's kind of fun though.
Yeah, the kids were really excited. I was not. I was like,
what a waste. Because like had it been a normal size cup, it still could have done it.
they're like, you're not even excited. And I like crushed their spirits, but I'm like, it's not the regular cup. It's no big deal.
Yeah, this doesn't count, and the golf you guys play doesn't matter either.
Yeah,
Now,
it's fake.
What's more of an asterisk? What's more of an asterisk? A par 3 hole-in-one or a simulator hole-in-one?
Simulator hole-in-one.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's a heavier ink asterisk, you know what I mean, placed on the paper. But I think they both should be explained. I don't think you get to just kind of lump them all together in this one big total. I mean, because here's my thing, and the reason I agree with the point about the home run derby is you have so many tries stacked up. A lot of par 3 courses are even additionally shorter than the standard par 3s that you're playing from your normal tees on a golf course, but also you have 9 to 18 attempts back to back to back, as opposed to, generally speaking, 2 on the front, 2 on the back, and they're kind of spread out and spaced out. That to me is where the home run derby analogy comes into play for me, because you're just kind of repeating it over and over and over. And the opportunity is I don't know, the percentage of opportunity is far higher. That's my opinion.
I think it's a good comparison, but at the same time, it's not. It's like one of those ones where it's like, it's very like,
because
yes
if you go
or
out to
no.
Rolling Hills at Silver Lake, those holes some of them are kind of tough.
Yeah, like there's a par 3 course that I play out in Indiana, and it's hard. Like one of the holes is like 94 yards, but in front of it is a pond, and behind it, literally like maybe 5-10 yards behind the green, is a barn.
All right, here's a question. If I said to you, like, dude, my putting's been on fire, I drained 2 40-footers in my last round, and then I finished explaining because it bounced off the clown's mouth and then rolled right in. Does this, like, is it like, whoa, I thought you were talking about real golf. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at what point do we say, well, you're explaining it like it was real golf, you need to add the caveat that you were playing putt-putt and you hit off the clown's mouth? I don't know.
Say you go up to Treetops in Gaylord, Michigan and play where they do the Three Tops tournament where like Freddie used to go and do the skins. If you play that and get a hole-in-one on any of those, you've 1,000% made a hole-in-one.
I totally agree. I think just when you're explaining, like, hey, do you have a hole-in-one? I'm like, yeah, I have 1 hole-in-one and 1 hole-in-one on a par 3 course. Like, to me, you just don't say I have 2. That's my thought. I don't know.
I say you have 2.
And then do you lump in simulator?
No.
See. All right, fine. One more hot take and we got to get out of here.
What about the comments? Go to the comments, all 17 of you.
Yeah. Let's debate it out there in the comment section and explain to these guys how they're all wrong. All right, I got one more hot take for you guys. Hot dogs are a big part of golf, obviously. The turn glizzy. Ketchup or no ketchup?
No ketchup.
No. Okay.
Ever?
Ever.
Ever?
Ever.
Not
On
hot dog.
anything? Wait, do you
like?
like ketchup in general?
No, it's disgusting.
All right, then that doesn't count.
Well,
Josh is invalidated.
What do you mean?
It's just we found
Because
out
if you
last
don't
week
like
Josh
ketchup
doesn't
at
like
all,
food,
then
period.
Biased.
Then you don't like your opinion on, do you put ketchup on a hot dog? You have to like ketchup at least some and then say, but it doesn't go on a hot dog. But if you don't like it at all and say it doesn't go on a hot dog, I don't know. To me, it's less valid. Gary, do you agree?
Mustard and ketchup.
Mustard and ketchup only? No other like Chicago style?
I'm grabbing some pickles for the side.
You sidecar the pickles?
Like 6.
Well, here's the thing. If you're from Chicago area, like we are, you don't put ketchup on a hot dog.
Rich, okay, first question, because we need to know as a baseline, do you like ketchup at all?
On some things.
Like French fries or something? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I like dipping my French fries in mustard. I just kind of started that. It's pretty
Invalidated. All
Yeah.
right. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No.
That's almost
Ketchup on
as
the
bad
hot
as-
dog. You're a hard press no?
hard no. NK17.
Wait, what does that mean?
Yeah.
That means you cannot NK no ketchup if you're over 17.
Oh. Well, does that have to go in the corner of the screen like the rating? Like when it comes on
Yeah.
TBS, you know?
Vienna or one of the big hot dog companies, that was one of their like advertisements for a while. It was NK17. You can't have ketchup if you're over 17.
All right, for a little historical record, do you know why Chicago became known for the no ketchup on the hot dog city?
They wanted to be different.
No,
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 absolutely
that
not.
at all. I do know, but I'm not going to bust your cherry. Go ahead.
Again. So back in the day when hot dogs were first made, it was a collection of the leftover meats. Still is today, but we're going to talk about back in the day. And some of the, less reputable companies would put low quality or even spoiled meat into the hot dog to discard it.
Wow.
And ketchup was known for the use of masking the flavor of the low quality or potentially like mixed in spoiled meats. They would douse it in ketchup. Chicago came into the hot dog scene and said, we are going to make high quality hot dogs. And to prove that our hot dogs are so high quality, you don't even need ketchup. So we don't do ketchup in Chicago because it is such high quality dog. And now it has become this like cultural badge of honor to say, I refuse to eat ketchup on a hot dog. Not that it's not incredibly delicious, but that it's sort of this like historical carryover. And still to this day, no ketchup belongs on a Chicago dog. Gary, what do you got with that?
It's an annexation, something we missed earlier. So why don't you finish and then I'll go back to what I wanted to.
Very fair. So here's where I'm at. I love a Chicago dog. I love all this. I love all the jazz on it. I want the full Chicago dog jazz.
Yes.
Also, big shout out to Green Garden Golf Course, our home course we play over here.
Phenomenal.
They inside the pro shop. They've got like the concession area, of course, the pro shop, pick up some cool gear. But then in the condiment station, they have everything to make a complete Chicago dog, which I think is pretty like top tier turn dog setup. To have all of that
what
stuff.
What is there, like 8 things? You got mustard, onion, relish, pickle, tomato, and then there's one more.
Sport pepper.
Sport peppers, yeah.
On the sesame seed bun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but because I'm normally not like the dog that makes it the best is when you have the neon green relish.
Yeah.
Not just any
yeah.
sweet relish
Like
or dill
Portillo's?
relish.
Yeah.
The neon green
like it's got to
relish.
glow in the dark after you spoon it on there.
Like normally I would never eat something that looked that fake, but like
Except
on a Chicago dog.
It's mandatory on the Chicago dog.
Yes,
Here's the one thing. I love all of the ingredients of a Chicago dog with the addition of ketchup.
Oh,
I know.
ruined it.
I know.
Oh, I got
I know.
a nice one.
I want it all.
I used to get cheese dogs
Okay.
with
They're great.
cucumber.
They're
and-
not great.
No, and that celery salt.
Yeah.
That was good.
We forgot to mention celery salt in the
yeah,
mix of
celery
ingredients.
salt.
Thank you. You know what? That's super weird.
It's
We love
you
you,
have
though.
to try it. It's one of those
What is that,
ones
like
where-
Cincinnati style or something? Like,
I don't know because you get the crunch from the cucumber, and then you got the cheese and the salt.
Texture means
It's
a lot.
Good.
Here's the thing. I'd try it. I'm not opposed to that idea. It sounds weird instantly, but I'd give it a go.
I was weirded out at first, and I was like, you know what, this is pretty freaking good.
I'd take a big bite.